Michael Herter from RawGameplay.com.
And I'm Corey Ashley from RawGameplay.com.
Where the only thing we like raw is our video gameplay. And today we're going to talk about Heavy Rain exclusively for the PS3. And I got to tell you, man, that game is unlike any other game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, this game is just get it, man. Like I said, Heavy Rain. They should just call it this heavy.
It's crazy.
Just call it heavy.
I've never in my life played a game like this. But before we go on, I'd like to give a special shout out first before we do anything else to Rodney38.
Yes.
Rodney38, this logo right here.
See our logo right there.
He's one of our fans of Raw Gameplay. He just said, hey, Mike, check it out. Look at this logo I created for you guys. Put it on the show, please. I really appreciate it. So that's his username for YouTube, Rodney38. Send him a message for us and tell him thank you very much, please. Miguel Candelario, who originally creates our logo, we still love you.
Yes.
So we still gonna use both logos. So we have 3 logos now. So we're gonna use all 3 of them. All right. Heavy Rain. Oh my God. Let's start with the storyline. Yeah. Your father. His name is Ethan. He gets up in the morning, minding his own business. Life is good. He has a beautiful apartment.
Yeah.
He has 2 boys, 2 sons. He has a beautiful wife.
Right.
And he gets up and he gets a note on the floor. Hey, I'm out with the boys, going grocery shopping. We'll be back soon. Right? She didn't want to wake him, so he walks around the house. And the adventure part is that you can interact with almost a lot of things around the house.
Yeah. That part's like kind of like the tutorial mode, even though we had a demo already for that. It gives you a very light feel of what's to come later on in that game.
Game's crazy.
You just go around. There's a part where you like that part, the juggling part.
Yeah, you juggle and you have to XO. XXO. And if you only have a certain amount of time to push those buttons to work. And as the game progresses, those combinations of buttons like R1, R2, it gets a little bit more complicated.
A lot more complicated, man.
Let's jump to the part where you were climbing through the glass in the tunnel where you had to actually go. Well, first of all, before we do it, let's talk about the storyline.
Yeah.
Origami killer runs around kidnapping young boys.
Yeah, young boys between, I think what he said, 7 and
11.
Yeah, around there.
Ethan had 2 sons.
Yeah.
One of the sons needed an ass whipping.
He
took the balloon. Yeah. He ran out the mall.
And ran out the mall and went outside
with the damn balloon.
Yeah.
And he was Ethan. I mean, what's his name? Sean or whatever.
Sean. I think it was Sean.
Oh, the son's name?
Oh, one of the son's name.
Don't quote us on that, but it's one of the son's name. He's yelling the son's name out. Son ain't doing nothing. Son ain't listening to him.
Son ain't listening. He's just.
Son runs across the street.
Yeah.
He runs across the street. The cars are speeding. Ethan runs out to save his son.
Try and catch the son. They both get hit. First son dies.
So now
Ethan's he was in a coma for like about 6 months.
And then when he got up, it was like what, 2 years later, 3 years later.
When you end that chapter, it's like
different chapters.
Yeah, different chapters. There's like one son to have family broken. They're apart.
The wife split up with him.
The fly IKEA looking house. He's like
gone.
in some run down Archie Bunker looking place now. It's just bombed out.
And the only son hates him now. I guess because
everything's different. Everything is just soured. You can imagine how that must make
beard.
He's nice and clean shaven and stuff. That's the part you actually shave too.
Oh yeah,
when you're in the house now. You don't even care to shave anymore.
You gotta shave like this.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta hold the button.
And you can't do it too fast either.
You can't.
Hey, the game's you can't do it that fast. It's not a button masher.
That's right.
Not a button masher.
You have to think with this game, and not everybody's gameplay experience will be the same.
No, it'll differ for everybody.
Let's tell them about when we were in the store. Right, you're in it because you switch from different people's roles.
Yeah, there's 4 different main characters that are tied into this origami killer story.
That's right. You're playing as this mysterious, beautiful young woman
who has a loft and a cool bike. I forgot her name.
Beautiful. You're playing with bearded Ethan, and you're playing with the detective.
Look like Benicio del Toro and Keanu Reeves in a sense.
Yeah, the skinny detective.
Yeah,
and then you're playing with the private eye.
The FBI guy. You have the
private eye guy who they all looking for this origami killer.
Yeah.
Right. We already know who the origami killer is.
Well,
we're not gonna ruin it for you.
We have a strong idea who it might be.
Let's not ruin it because I don't want people to get mad at us. Right?
Yeah.
So if you want to see the full version of this, we did a whole half-an-hour version of this because this is YouTube.
We talk so much.
We talk so much, and we get deep into the details. You got to go to rawgameplay.com and see the full episode. You have to. You have to. This is just a taste. So you YouTubers can look at it and say, you know what? Let's go to Raw Gameplay and see the full episode. You have to. That's all I got to say. Anyway, so now. You're the fat private eye guy. You're going to the store. The guy who behind the counter. His son got murdered by the origami killer.
He wanted to ask him some questions and stuff.
Right. He wanted to ask him some questions. Dude didn't want to cooperate.
Right.
Make a long story short, the private eye went into the back to get his asthma pump because he has asthma.
Yeah.
Then somebody comes to rob the store. Private eye guy now sees this, and now they have a split screen.
Yeah.
And now the private eye guy is trying to go up to the guy and get him.
Yeah.
I accidentally knocked something over.
I did too. I wasn't expecting it. I actually went down the aisle because I remember you have to pay attention to your surroundings too. Just like Ra's al Ghul said in the first Batman Begins, mind your surroundings.
Ra's al Ghul.
Because I went down to the aisle to get my asthma pump, and I remember seeing like potato chips or something on the floor. So I'm like, I'm not going down that aisle. I'm gonna step on the Pringles, and he's gonna know I'm there. So I'm going, and it gives me the option to pick something up, a potential weapon, as a bottle or something. I'm like, okay, great. So he's walking and creeping, and then flipping, I bump something and it falls. I wasn't expecting that.
It gives you a certain time to stop that, though.
Yeah, the triangle button. I was like, oh, I missed it.
You push it, it's a wrap.
And the guy turns out the gun. So you're out there with your hands up trying to, negotiate and all types of stuff. And as you negotiate successfully, I didn't feel that part. He works his way up and works his way up, and you finally, get the gun from him, and you get the guy's trust, and he gives you the information and all that stuff.
And then, but he knocked you. Oh, wait a minute. You got the guy's trust?
Yeah.
Which one? The guy behind the counter?
The guy with the gun, but I picked the wrong thing, and he said, whatever. So I had to end up bum rushing him anyway.
Oh, that's what I did. Yeah, because I had to fight the guy and knock him out.
Yeah.
Then the guy behind the counter gives me the box.
Yeah, because I was actually up close to him, and if I picked the right question to ask him, I probably would have got him to back down. But
okay.
You see, everything is just so
everybody's experience is
different, man. It's gonna be because I was sitting here watching this. This is actually Mike's gameplay. I was saying that didn't happen with me.
Right, it's
that
different.
Was something different. So it's like I love.
I've never played that game.
Like
This is YouTube. Go to rawgameplay.com for the full version. You got to go there. Before we go, I like the part when I played as a woman and I went in the shower and I seen her breasts.
She had a sexy walk.
And I was like, she had to say, oh well, you see all the female characters have the same cut and paste walk.
I don't care. I would like to go over that town.
And then it gives you an option to turn the shower off.
Yeah.
And I didn't because I was like, let me look at these beautiful boobs.
Sat there and watched her wet naked body.
For real, I loved it. And going to another scene is when Ethan had to chop off his finger. I don't want to spoil it to you guys.
Yeah.
But that was intense.
It's hard to not spoil it, man.
Oh my God, you have to see this damn game.
It's an experience. You would think it's a movie. It's so intense. The fact of the matter is, like we said before, Mass Effect and all them games, you have choices, and Knights of the Republic, certain choices to be good and bad and sway certain people to do a certain thing. It's like that, but it's like a couple steps above that.
Right.
And just the fact, because usually if you don't do it the way the developers want you to do it, it's like, you got to do the mission all over again to get it right.
Right.
That doesn't exist in this game right here.
No.
So, and that actually adds more to the intensity because you're feeling like, okay, I don't have a narrow path to walk down, but you have multiple paths. So you're kind of biting your nails and you're saying, is this I want the right ending? Is this how I'm supposed to do it? And if I go this way, will I die? If I go this way, will I give myself less time or something? You never know. So that even adds more, more intensity to it.
When I see you play, when I see about your gameplay and compare my gameplay together, it had almost the same path.
Yeah.
We had different paths at the end of the tunnel because I actually had to shoot somebody in the head. I accidentally did that.
We both accidentally went to that part.
The lightning, when you had to go through the condensers, that was serious.
That was
combination of lock, claw.
You turn your hand into a bunch of
like this. You need to I said, yo, come over here, help me real quick. Push this button right here. Yo, push the R1.
I was like this.
Yo, I put on the table. I got frustrated. I was like, what the fuck? I put on the table and I wanted this.
Because sometimes you got to hold one button down and then another button. While holding the first button down,
that's right.
The third button down. This time I was like this.
Yo, be real quick. The eSpot is having monthly beatdown. Well, no, so let me correct this. Raw Gameplay and OWNS is having their monthly beatdown number 11, March 26th. That's a Friday. Team versus are available now, one-on-one versus. So this is before the main event happens. So come bring your butt over there and have a chance to win twice now. All right, because you can win you can participate in the main event and you can participate in the team versus team and 1 versus 1. So yo, come out there, make some money. Sanford Kelly won last time. Props to you, Sanford Kelly. Definitely. What else I gotta say? Well, the main events, go to rawgameplay.com, click on the Street Fighter link. Real quick, TS Gaming set their date for their next gaming party, April 24th. Super Street Fighter 4, Madden 10, Halo ODST, Modern Warfare 2. I'm Michael Herder from rawgameplay.com.
And I'm Corey Ash from rawgameplay.com. And we gotta make sure, rent somebody, forget about it.
Buy it.
Buy
it.
This game.
Buy it.
Okay.
Go to rawgameplay.com.